Just like yesterday, Buhari promised 3 million jobs each year. His successor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has promised to give out 50 million jobs in 3 years. You're welcome to Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV. It's still your number one newspaper review program, aired on Flip TV, Bystanders at Newsstands. Special appreciation to our esteemed viewers across the globe. We welcome you on board again. It's another edition of this program, specifically Tuesday, and we are at the newsstand with our viewers to get it across to you what's trending on Nigerian dailies. You can also watch us on our sister channel, Flip TV Plus, FLIP TV, Flip TV Plus. You can also watch us there. The program Bystanders is always on Flip TV Plus as well. Just the way you watch it on Flip TV, you can see it on Flip TV Plus. All right, quickly to what we have today. We have the Vanguard newspaper, the Nation newspaper, This Day, and Daily Sun. But let's take these dailies one after the other. Now, Tinubu targets economic revival, 50 million jobs in 3 years. Tinubu targets economic revival, 50 million jobs in 3 years. Obaseki fires Shuaibu's media aides as rift widens. Governor Obaseki of Edo State fires Shuaibu's media aides as rift widens. Quickly to the Vanguard newspaper. Like I told you, we're taking it one after the other. The major story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper: first fake meeting. That's first FEC meeting. Revive ailing economy. Tinubu orders ministers. Revive ailing economy. Tinubu orders ministers. List 8-point agenda gives ministers marching orders. List 8 points agenda gives ministers marching orders. Promises not to rely on borrowing. Assures of 50 million jobs. Nigerians have high expectations of us. That's what the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has said here on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Inaugural FEC meeting considers roadmap for the economy, presented by Finance Minister Edu. Kwara CP declares man who threatened traditionalists wanted terrorists. Kwara Commissioner of Police declares man who threatened traditionalists wanted terrorists. We will manage release of water from Lagdo Dam, says federal government. Obi will soon be declared Nigeria's president, Abure tells Nigerians in United States. Obi will soon become Nigeria's president, Abure tells Nigerians in the United States. Let's see how that goes. Okay, the picture of Governor Obaseki and former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki with his predecessor, and Senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Senator Adams Oshomole, at the 60th anniversary of the Midwest referendum in Benin City yesterday. On to the next one, This Day. Very catchy one on the front page of This Day. At Medin Federal Executive Meeting, Council, we have Tinubu charging ministers to revive nation's ailing economy. We are in big mess, Shetima declares on economy. We are in big mess, Shetima, that's the vice president, declares on economy. Challenges Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy Tax Reforms. All right, this last story, which is Daily Sun. Daily Sun newspaper. Was it saying here? Very, very important one here. Tinubu reads riot act to ministers. I will not spare incompetent officials, vows President. I will not spare incompetent officials, vows Tinubu. Nigeria grinding to halt under you, PDP tells Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Federal government brings list of delegation to UNGA. Federal government evacuates 298 Nigerian irregular migrants freed from Libyan detention. We have our reviewers here, as usual, to dissect these important issues. Let's join Lucky. Lucky, good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Good morning.
You're welcome on board once
I'm
more.
the first reviewer this morning.
You are the first reviewer
Yes,
this morning.
yes.
And that's lovely.
That's good. Now today is going to be a wonderful day, and God bless you.
All right.
And thank God for we are alive. That's the most important thing. Thank God we are alive. So we are alive to speak the truth. Anyway, my name is Loke Hiagun. I don't know Lagos. I'm here to greet everybody, every one of you there who are watching me, both who are sleeping. Wake up! Kokoroko! Yes, how you doing?
I am fine. Lucky is telling Nigerians to wake up.
Yes, wake up.
The ones in diaspora.
And everybody there.
Wake up.
Watch Flip TV live.
Flip TV.
Live.
Yeah, you can also watch us on Flip TV Plus. That's the sister channel to Flip TV. Flip TV Plus. You can watch Bystanders and other good programs on that channel. Please do us a favor by subscribing on that channel as well. Flip TV Plus. FLIP TV PLUS. Flip TV Plus.
Live.
All right, Muki, great. Good morning, Michael. It's a good morning to you, Fabian Madike. Good morning to you all from UK. And we are saying good morning to you as well. Lucky, before we move to the major story I want to ask you today. The major story, I'll be discussing it.
No problem.
Let's quickly rush to Edo State.
My place.
Your place, your state, where we have a feud going on between your governor, that's the incumbent governor of that state, Obaseki, and his deputy, Shuaibu. Yesterday, or thereabout, Obaseki sacked the media aides of Shuaibu, that's his deputy governor. I hope this feud, this rift will stop. Lucky.
I don't know. As I said last week, the Edo people will decide when the election comes. I don't know why they beating around the bush, why they fighting themselves. Anytime the deputy and the governor will be fighting themselves. During Shomole time, it happened. Obaseki with Shomole, the same thing. Thank God they met yesterday. They are just fooling us. Since people overnight, they will go and reconcile themselves. You know, now work's supposed to be going on in Edo State. If you go to this bypass, you spend 3 hours there. This is what they're supposed to be thinking about. This is what we voted for, not voted for fight. And I expected yesterday, like the midway yesterday, when they were holding the meeting, I learned that Obaseki stopped this deputy governor media yesterday. So that is not our concern. As I said, Edo no be Lagos, Edo no be Abuja, Edo no be the other side. When the election comes, the people will not sit and look which way forward, which way we want to get benefit, not the one that will go there and start fighting. I don't know why. Anytime they want to end their government, you see fighting, the project will stop. I want to see project in Edo State. And I don't like that. I love my state. But all this infighting, I told them that, look, they know the voters. Now, what really happened is that, according to them, the deputy governor wants the governor to anoint him as the next governor.
Next governor of the state.
Now, don't forget, they have 3 senatorial districts there. Auchi people have ruled for 8 years under Odemoshomole. The Obaseki to Bini, Lucky, Bini, Osumbo, all of them. Now, it's time for the Isha. The governor is saying, this is where I'm going. And don't forget, during campaign time, that is the language you use, that the next governor will be from you. Voted for me, please. The other side have taken part. Our own is want to take part. Your own will come. Now he has come. Jaibu is want the governor to... No. That's why I said, not too about too much analysis to analyze. The only thing, when the time comes, sir, we are here. We will go for whoever know next. We know the next is an Isha man. Isha North, Isha Central, Isha West. We have them there. There are many. The population is still many. They have the power. They have the map power. They have the minions. They have the people that can deliver. Bini have done their own, but the remaining month or the remaining years, Shaibu should allow the governor, even him, they should come together and do. Shaibu should supply yesterday. Basaki and Oshomole who have been fighting.
Yeah,
They met yesterday.
yesterday.
That is the sense of it. Edo people who don't like war. Now, Midwest, what does it mean for them? What are the development the Midwest have done since 1960? That's why they were reviewed yesterday. What is the Midwest, Niger Delta, all of them there? What is happening there? Nothing. We suppose, like now, this flood now, what impact Edo people making? This is what the governor, deputy governor is supposed to be doing. Not fighting election that has not even come. Nobody know tomorrow. They didn't know tomorrow. They didn't know whether they are going to die tomorrow or they are going to be sacked tomorrow or nobody know tomorrow. They should let Edo people enjoy the dividend of democracy. What we fought for. They don't forget people died. So Obasaki, whether sacking of their age, sacking of this thing, I don't like that. You should focus on the development. This is what the people judge. They will judge your performance. But if you don't do well, they will sack both all of them, sack APC, go for Labour.
I remember the rift between Obaseki and Oshomole in Edo State.
We're here now. Yes.
It was a dangerous one as it really destabilized the system of the state at that point in time.
Yes.
I think Obaseki and Shuaibu should try to resolve
it. That is where I said during that election time, I don't know in Lagos, because I remember in Lagos when Abode was having rift with Tinubu. At the end, they just pushed him aside. He went and sit now. So when the election come, I was expecting somebody to come out. So that the Gosha would vote for him. He was afraid.
Somebody didn't become.
He didn't become. You see,
you remember he was under the platform of APC.
Yes, now that is why I use that language. I don't know in Lagos that we are going to decide. The people will decide. Now Shobola is fighting the deputy. Why are you fighting? When we look at the whole thing, that's okay. We are going to decide. Obasaki, you don't have people, but you have people from Benin, not Abuja, who now decide to give Obasaki that vote. But now, what is happening now? We are now seeing this way that we are still studying everything. Edo Light are now watching. They know where to put their vote for. I get to me. Don't forget the presidential election. When the governor was, going like this, Edo people say we are giving our mandate to the president, Obi, whether Igbo, whether Hausa, but we want to change. What happened? They voted for Obi. So now, leave them, let them fight, but they should not disturb our development. Roads should go on, many things should go on, palliatives should go on. But when the time comes, Edo people will decide.
Why is it that it is during election time? You see them engage themselves.
That is greedy. Yes, the governor wants somebody that will sustain him, but does it trust Obaseki? No, does it trust Shuaibu? Yeah, but let's not even that one. He has promised the Ishan people that I'm going to give you the government. And Ishan people have not governed before now. You get three, we have three. It's very necessary. It's very necessary. Just like what happened in National. Presidency should go to Southwest. When the North, from North to the South, now they have gotten it. So it's going to be the same thing. The Central, Edo Isham must get their mandate. We'll do that by the time comes.
I hope they don't indulge themselves.
Let them fight. If they fight,
because it won't go
if we go bloody, we know what to do. But we go to the out of the Edo State. Yes, that's Edo people.
Now away from Edo, let's come back to Lagos State. Yes. We're in Lagos State now.
Yes.
Moving from here to Edo State. Well, let's talk about Nigeria. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has promised to revitalize the economy. Also, he has given standard warnings to the ministers, the newly appointed ministers, that they should perform or they will be fired. He has also said he will not tolerate any acts of laziness, in his administration. I think that's a good move by the president.
Yes, he has to show example, not just to talk. When Buhari came in, Buhari sings more than him, talk more than him, media, everything, was body language. At the end, what happened? So Tinubu must show example. You must cut your coats, cut your sizes down. Come out. Don't always stay in Asoro. Answer. Talk to people. People want to hear your voice. What's going on? Like the marching order I gave the ministers yesterday. I pray they should do it. Not waiting for Tinubu to tell them what to do. I believe all of them have joy. Yes, all of them have experience. Like the Wike have started it. But not starting with hunting to those who hate him. That's not what we want to see. What they're supposed to have done now is to go to the field, throw to if possible for Minister of Environment or Human Affairs to go to talk to the president. Please let the border open, allow food to enter. That Minister of Agriculture, allow food to enter before we start planting. If we plant now, we can't get it in next 1 year. I get it. It's not going to be possible. People are hungry. Let them make something that people will feel, yes, they are in the government, they voted. Not this hardship again, continue hardship. Now hardship has come, both the rich and poor are suffering it. I won't tell you lie. If you go around, outside are empty. The minister, if everybody die, who are they going to govern? I get me. If everybody die, who are they going to govern? Please, they should swim into action, not waiting for the president. They know what to do. The minister of Environment, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Transport, and the economy. We need to, like now look at dollars. Dollars almost go to want something this morning. What I had this morning, I get me. Everything is going up. We should make our naira strong. After the policy that Tinubu is supposed to be teaching out, and monitor the ministers. And he said, as I said, he has to show example. Example mean both the senators, House of Rep, they should show example. Cut their code. Go on the field. Don't just stay in office. Go to the field. See what people are feeling. The money you dish out, the 405 billion. Check if the money has gone down the tree or the government are using it to take care of their family. Go to ask people. Don't just stay in Asoro. If we stay in Asoro, something will be wrong. Just like Buhari spent 8 years in Asoro and abroad. At the end, telling us that after he finished, go to Niger. I get me. Tinubu should do something now.
The president targets 50 million jobs.
All this one, I don't believe all this one. Buhari targets 100. What happened at the end? We did not get even one. Buhari targets 100. Don't just say what you don't know. This in Nigeria. In reality, people are losing job. People don't go to work anymore.
You think is different from Buhari?
There's no different. Let me tell you.
Okay.
That is APC agenda.
Okay.
APC, nothing different. Now, you can see, you don't need to sleep or you don't need to look. The hunger is already showing our face. I get me, not 50 million job. How do you create 50 million job when people are at home, when things are not working, electricity is not working, roads are not working? You are creating job for these agberos and all these looters, all these people who are. Guys, he's creating job for them, not on the real common men. Go outside and do a parliament. Go outside. How many can you see outside? I get me. So, Tinubu should come out. Don't stay indoors. Tell your minister to go and do their work. And I learned that he said he's not going to be borrowing. And another thing is that, let me tell you, when you don't ask previous government accountable, it's a problem. When you don't go back and ask them, what have you done? This road, say you are going to do it. Take a look now. Look around now. Up by here. Look at front of Eriachi. They just did it last year. Look at now. You can't pass there again anymore. And likewise, Benin Express Road. You see Abeokuta Road? So many roads are bad. Go Fashola. How much did you collect? Go to Tomiland Bridge. Go to Tomiland Bridge. It's bad. And don't forget, Fashola closed Tomiland Bridge last year more than 2 times. What's he doing? Go to the road and see. It's bad. Gallop everywhere. You can't speed up to 60 minutes. It's bad. So, ask Buhari, the billions you collected, what did you do with it? The railway that is going to Niger, stop it. That Tinubu should be doing all this action. What to see all this action? What to see this action? What to see this action? When Nigeria see this action, they will believe him. Don't tell us I want to create 50 million jobs. Now people are not. We have not seen what will bring that 50 million job. I get to be. People are hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. I get to be. Go outside. Things are not working the way it's supposed to be. I know he is just coming in, but body language will tell the people where we are going. I'm telling the truth. Body language.
All right. Thank you so much, Lucky. Let's quickly move to Raphael. But Raphael, before I allow you to speak, let me quickly say something. We've had instances where we had technical issues and it was difficult for our esteemed viewers to watch bystanders at newsstand, and that's why we are imploring you, urging you right now to go subscribe on Flip TV Plus. That's the sister channel to Flip TV. Yeah, Flip TV Plus. This is Flip TV, and we have Flip TV Plus. In case of any eventualities.
Okay,
or
okay, but
anything,
this is normal Flip TV.
This is Flip TV. So please do subscribe on Flip TV Plus. Thank you so much.
This has been often happening. Why is it
We don't have issues.
irrectifiable?
We don't have issues. I said in case of
Okay, in
anything.
case of but what I mean is that incessantly we say it.
We
Even
don't-
in
we
your
don't-
absence,
we
in your
don't-
absence, we have been seeing it too.
That's why we are telling the viewers to make sure they subscribe.
Because I'm talking
on
about
Flip TV
Perfect,
Plus. I get
perfectly, put
You don't
it-
understand me.
I understand you. I understand you.
technical issues
Yes,
could
of
happen
course,
at any time.
anytime.
That's why we are telling the viewers to go subscribe on Flip TV Plus.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
All right, thank you so much,
Yeah,
viewers.
good morning, viewers. Viewers, I'm greeting all of you. Osas, I'm greeting you. Stop and chop, I greet you. To Niger, Funigas, Taiwo, Kayode Egbo, Olubenga, Baba Aziz Kazim from Maryland, I'm greeting all of you. Auntie, that your auntie now that lives in London. Auntie Mike, I'm killing you. Mr. Cole, I'm greeting you. Mami Kechi, Mami Rosemary, I'm greeting you. Auntie Mike now. Auntie Mike. That's
very
auntie. I
funny
don't know his name. Then, Akim Olasupo, I'm greeting you. Julius. Charles Chima. Okechukwu Eze Nwata. All of you, I'm greeting you. Chi Mbono, I'm greeting you. Teresa Agu, keep on watching us. That man in US Department, I don't know your name. I'm greeting you. All of you. Then this man now, this Lucky's brother. What is that? Bright, Mr. Bright. I'm greeting all of you. Keep on watching. Mommy Kechi, I've greeted him. All of you, please, they watch us. We love you watching us.
All right.
We love you all watching us.
All right.
And Tim Uvera Folachode from Dublin.
All right,
Many of them.
you can't greet
Many of them.
everybody.
Ola, I'm greeting you.
All right.
Sunday, our man, Goja, our Sunday now where they talk with
Sunday,
us.
boo.
Our Sunday where they watch us, maybe our brother. So
All
they
right,
like to hear
Sunday,
from the guys. Sunday, we are greeting you.
Sunday.
So if I forgot
All
your
right.
name, don't be annoyed with me. Later, I will say.
Okay, also greeting Osaze in Spain.
Yes.
Greeting Lara Fadale.
Oga Kevin, we are
Lara
greeting you.
Fadele in the UK.
Lara Fadele, yeah.
The UK. Yetunde Mayomi.
Oh, Yetunde
And others.
Mayomi.
All right.
Omoduduwa Charles that lives in Canada.
Oh.
Oga, we are greeting you.
All right, now quickly to the breaking news I'm seeing here.
Yeah, of course.
Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma unleashes thugs. Armed policemen on Labour Party Imo State office remove party billboards and signage around the state.
Wow. See, he's attacking Labour Party secretary. Hey,
That's what someone said. He wants to win election by force. That's what someone just
Mike,
said.
that's why.
Someone just said.
That's why we say something here sometimes. It looks as if some persons are paying us to say something against APC, the ruling party. They don't know that we are pained by the activities of APC governors, APC ministers, APC commissioners, APC presidents, presidential hopeful as well. They are all doing bad things against other political party platforms. Viewers, have you heard the breaking news from Michael Adekunle? He read that Hope Uzodinma is destroying the billboard of Labour Party at the Labour Party Secretariat in Imo State. That is not from Raf again, no. You that say that I'm always did this or that. Removing billboard, signage with armed policemen. Is it Raf that has spoken this one? No. This is direct from Flip TV. Are you listening to me? Why should Hope Uzodinma go and remove billboard, Labour Party billboard? Is it by force? Democracy is by the group of people, the representatives of the people you are representing.
Do you think APC will win it?
APC will never win Imo State.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ariwola as CGN is there, and other judges. This time around, Abba Kyari is dead. Abba Kyari made Hope Uzodinma governor of Imo State, Fulani governor and Supreme Court governor. He has started again in Imo State, revealing billboards, political platform billboard that belongs to Labour Party, with armed policemen, armed thugs Is it by force that Hope Uzodinma will rule Imo State 2 times? A man that has brought death in Olu, Omuma, Olu, the whole youth in Omuma community, he killed all of them. Now he has armed youth to remove billboard that belongs to Labour Party, political parties.
That's the story.
It is unfair, and it is true.
That's the story I'm seeing.
Yes, it is true. Hope Uzodinma is not doing well. Hope Uzodinma is the reasons for militarization, arming of the Southeast youth today. ESN, IPOB, they are groups that are so peaceful. They won from Transparency International, according to Transparency International, the most peaceful agitation group in the world.
Now, Raphael, away from that, quickly to the top story we have here. 50 million jobs in 3 years. That's what Ashwadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised.
I don't believe.
Remember, President Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of the country,
He promised me
3 million jobs each year.
Where are those people that, are the employees? Buhari promised Nigerians 3 million each year. But who are the beneficiaries of such employment? Buhari ruled Nigeria for 8 years. That's 332. 332, 33 million. 3 million times 8, 24 million jobs. I've not seen any. I didn't understand. During Buhari regime, who are the employees who benefited from such employment from federal government of Nigeria under Buhari regime? None. We are here. We read the news. We watch electronic media. We everywhere. We are all over the media, Mike. Nobody benefited from such 332 employment, which is making it 24 million. Are you listening to me? See, nobody could ever come out and say, Buhari did me this good.
But he's
in southern Nigeria.
He's a different administration, Raphael.
This administration is quite different.
Tinubu is not
He's promising how many?
50 million.
50 million.
In 3 years.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who are to benefit from that job?
You and I.
You and I. That's the youth.
We are Nigerians.
We are Nigerians.
Aren't we Nigerians?
No. Mike, wait. There's something I want to tell you. When in a country of 250 million people, separate the youths from the elderly. Are you listening to me? Tinubu is an elderly man. When we have battling police brutality in 2020, Tinubu did not say a word. All we know that youths at the Lekki toll gate were shot to death. Many of them were killed. The same political party platform claimed that there were no traces of blood. While early in the morning, Lagos State government, governor, and some stakeholders, they rallied around very early as 3 a.m. They went to Lekki toll gate with tanker full of water and swept the whole blood into the Atlantic Ocean. The same Tinubu, the same father of Lagos, did not do anything. So creating job for that youths, because I know that many bereaved families, there are many bereaved families who are mourning their loved ones. 50 million jobs for the ghosts, skeleton. Nobody now, he doesn't like the youth. The youth's choice, he denied the youth our choice. Our choice is Labour Party. Our choice is Obi of Anambra State, former Anambra State governor. He's now claiming that he's creating job. Okay, people, if I don't see any truth from you, hardly you can convince me that you'll be a good man. Those that tell lies, thinking that gullible people like me, like you, can always believe them. I think they better start repenting now. Because once they know you with lies, no matter what you tell the people, they won't believe you. Creating 50 million jobs, when you are dashing out 50, how many millions? Billions to the states. State governors, wait.
It's achievable, Raphael.
No, it's not achievable. It is impossible under this administration. See, I pray God, if that 50 million job will be allocated only to APC youths, I'm a human being. When they are happy, I'm happy. Let alone 50 million jobs for Nigerians. What about the perceived enemies? The perceived enemies, they will still benefit from the job. Mike, let us be truthful to ourselves. No job. Start with the money. Call the 5 billion back to the federal. Use that 100 and something billion or 500 billion you gave out as palliative. Build productive companies. A country that is not into productivity can never be a good company. Build production company and turn your back to the West. We don't produce matches in Nigeria. We don't produce needle in Nigeria. Build production companies, two in each state. That will Nigeria, and we have the prerogative to turn our back on the West. We will turn our back on the West when we produce. If we are producers, Britain cannot be messing us up. France cannot come back and become our colonizers again when they had gone in the 60s. The Belgians can never come back again, still colonizing Congo DR. When we have production companies in Africa, Africa continent become production continents. The West, Europe, they are gunners, they will run away. Use that money, call the money back now, and they start production companies. Citation of industries in Ogun State, citation of industries in Abia, citation of industries in Lagos State, citation of industries in Ekiti, Ondo, Oyo, Enugu, Kanu, Sokoto. That will create jobs for the youths in those states. Don't tell me stories, fairy stories that flies in the air. Production is it. That's why Europe is strong. I keep on mentioning history anytime I come here. The era of production in Europe was 1751 to 1851, 100 years. Industrial revolution in Europe. They started developing that country. Production is it. That was when printing press came to be. Printing press in England. They started producing by themselves. That's why they are good today. Nigeria is not into production. That's why we allow the white to mess us up to date. Production is it. Stop promising us 50 million jobs.
And that's why
under what? Youths will be sweeping the streets. 50 million. 50 million jobs by foot.
That's why we have these ministers. And the president has
let me tell you.
marching orders.
Don't tell people lies.
So,
Tinubu should not be telling people lies. The 50 million people will walk on the trees, cut the branches, because no production company to work. The major fallacy of promises of creating 50 million jobs is that there is at yet no productive companies to employ those youths.
And that's why ministers.
That's the major fallacy of this promise.
That's why these ministers were set up to preside.
The ministers are not trusted people. You can't trust the ministers. I can't trust Nyesom Wike.
The president has given them marching order, Raphael.
I can't trust Bajamila. He was there in the house. We were suffering. Fulani men were killing Yoruba men, killing Benue, killing Igbo, killing Mid-Belt, Chibok. Oga, go and ask them in Kafachan how many souls they lost. When Bajamila that Ahmed Tinubu appointed in his listing was the Speaker of House of Rep. How many Kafanchan, Southern Kaduna, Northern Kaduna people living in that land were killed and maimed by Fulani herdsmen and said the federal government has not done anything. Go to Enugu State and tell them, how many farmers did you lose when Bajamila was there? Those ministers are the same people. They keep on rotating and recycling themselves. The evil men in Nigerian governments, they could not leave the position for the youths. No breed youths, no breed politicians to take those positions and change Nigeria. I'm not a global person. You can't promise 50 million jobs and tell me that they will work on the trees, sweep, work on computer. Production company is it. We need it. We needed it in all the states so that we will turn our back on Europe. Europe, they come here to observe our election. They come here to favor somebody so that if they win election, they will favor Europe. European observers, after they come to Africa to observe our elections, when somebody rig election among these useless politicians, has the Europeans been doing anything to them? Have you heard that those election observers take part in prosecuting any erring politicians? None. Africa, wake up! You motherfucking sleepy continent, wake up!
All right, Raphael, thank you so much.
The whole European observers are the cause of our problem. They cause problem in Ghana, in Zimbabwe, in Nigeria, in Niger. Nigerian Fire is burning in Niger. European election observers, the so-called West colonizers. Nigeria should not start playing lopsidedness. Nigeria will not continue deceiving Nigerians. Nigerian politicians could not start deceiving us, promising us jobs. See, they should have used those billions to build production companies so that the youths will have places to work. You don't work on the air.
Raphael, that was a very brilliant. Michael.
Raphael is firing from all the cylinders. Great guy.
He's out here.
Yes.
That's what we are known for.
Yeah.
Bystanders at these stands.
Yeah.
We don't compromise.
Yeah, this is where it happens.
It happens.
Yes.
Okay, like some of our viewers, say at times, sometimes I look at the comment section, they say, the gentleman is here. Hey, that's Michael.
Okay,
Gentlemen, greet the viewers across the globe.
Good morning across the globe. I greet each and every one of you. Thanks for your support. Thanks for
Compliments, right?
the compliments. Thank you for staying tuned to Flip TV. That's very important. Thank you. Thank you all.
Very, very important, Michael. And I was talking to Raphael before you stepped in, talking about the 50 million jobs the president said he would, create. I think many don't really believe in the APC administration. Let me just use that word. But I said something that Buhari is different from Tinubu. Tinubu is different from Buhari. I get there are two different personalities. Would you like to react to this?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. As regards the 50 million jobs that the president promised, I think we need to see the breakdown of how we've had some of these things in the past. And for me, I don't like blaming Nigerians when they are skeptical about such statements. It is because they have had so much in the past. So much will be said and so little will be done. And that is why when they hear things like that, you just announce, okay, there will be 50 million jobs. Give Nigerians the breakdown, the sectors involved, and how it will happen. That people can track, people can be able to assess and see if actually that number is adding up as you progress in your administration. Don't just throw figure at Nigerians. I believe they are sick and tired of that. Personally, I am, and that is the truth. Let there be a breakdown of which sectors are we talking about. Our textile industries, we are not seeing them coming up. A lot of other industries, we are not seeing activities in those industries. Fine, somebody will tell me it's still too early. I agree. It's a new government, it's a new administration, and I think that is what people want to begin to see. The ministers have been sworn in, and we expect things to start happening. Let there be programs that are measurable, that people can relate with, not just to be speaking into the air. As people will say audio, I hope those jobs are not audio, that people just hear and they can't relate with. So it's a new administration, they need time, we know all of that. But let people begin to see steps. That's the right word now.
I think
steps in those directions. And that is when they can be confident that, okay, this thing will happen at the end of the day.
I think the failure of the last administration is seriously affecting this present administration. There's no doubt about it. And I won't blame Nigerians for reacting. Buhari, in his own time, promised to flush out Boko Haram within 6 months.
6 months, yes.
I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
I'm not making a mistake. 6 months. He also promised to create jobs, 3 million jobs each year. Promised to feed jobless youth. No, children. Students.
Yes.
He also promised 5,000 naira for jobless youth.
Yes. Stipends.
But at the end of the day, nothing. Nigerians. So I won't really blame Nigerians. But do you see this administration keeping up with promises made? Or keeping up with promises made, sorry.
Until then, that's the only thing I can see. Until those things becomes tangible, becomes what people can relate with. Until then, I can't stand here. To be wrong for me to stand here and say this indeed will happen. I don't speak for government. A government official, those that are speaking for the president, may decide to do that. They are in the same administration, they are in the same cabinet. But I may not be able to do that until I see things happening just as he has promised. So it would be wrong of me to say, okay, the 50 million job will happen. So until then, until we begin to count those jobs as they are rolled out, that is the only time people can say, okay, yes, he said it, and we are now seeing it.
Now, let's talk about the marching order he has given to these ministers. Of course, we should expect that from the president, a working president, if I may say. Is it a serious marching order, Mike?
It is, I want to believe. You know, from his antecedents, President Tinubu is not a man that would love to fail.
That would love to fail.
One may not like some aspect of his lifestyle and all of that, but the truth is this: he's not a man that want to be identified with failure, and I want to believe that he's afraid of failing as a president. I want to believe so. So the marching order for me is real. How he will not be able to match that with actions is another kettle of fish. I believe the marching order is really, I believe it's serious. I believe he wants results. But the mistakes of the past has always been that you give ministers portfolio and nothing is measuring their performance.
Now, Michael, let me pause you here.
All right.
Mookie Greats, I love the way he attacks the politicians. Okay. Now, Odunlade is greeting you. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Odunlade. Thank you very much.
Well, another person is saying that is indeed a gentleman. Well,
many times.
Baba had done this swell up.
Many times.
No.
I'm holding my.
All right, we have something from Victor Ajilaye. Buhari Muhammadu promised to repair the 4 refineries in Nigeria. Nothing was done. Now, that's number one. I think you answered that. Number two, 10% of Nigeria's problem is from the government, while 90% is from the citizens. That's what Mookie Great is saying here. 10% of Nigeria's problem is the government, 90% from the citizens. How? I believe if the government is doing well for the citizen, I don't think there will be any cause for agitation, for good governance. What do you think, Michael?
Maybe he's speaking from the angle of, leadership will emerge from followership.
Okay.
Every follower today will eventually, or some of the followers today will eventually emerge a leader tomorrow. So if we have bad followership now, we don't expect magic. It's from the followers that we have leaders that will eventually become leader in that space. So if the followers are bad, there's no magic. Probably that is the angle that person is speaking from. So if it is that angle, I agree absolutely. If it's from that angle, if it is from that angle, I agree absolutely.
He's watching right now, and I know he's still going to do something. Okay, he has said it again. Actually, will perform. No cause for alarm. Now, okay. Now, moving on to what Ajilaye said about Buhari's promise to fix the 4 refineries, and at the end of the day, nothing was done. Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that by December. PH refinery will function. Do you believe in what he promised? Is he achievable?
It is. Don't forget recently.
Because he just said that he's a man that wouldn't want to be identified with failure.
From his antecedents.
Yes. Is he achievable?
It is. Don't forget recently a team went to inspect that same refinery about 3 or 4 days ago, if I'm correct, to see the level of work that is ongoing. And after that inspection, they said that the December date they are still standing on that December date. So I want to give them benefit of the doubt. I'm having cautious optimism now. I'm not putting all my heart into it. Cautious optimism is what I'm having concerning that December time. So that by December, if it comes up, we know they are serious.
you want to say anything about Edo State's crisis? Obaseki and Shuaibu. The situation is getting messier by the day. Any word from you?
Well, it's not new. The principal do get issues with their vice, with the deputy. Most of it. I mean, sometimes we had a lot of cases like that, and all of that. Even in Lagos, at a point. Incidentally, the man is in the helm of affairs now. Even President Tinubu, when he was the governor, had issues with Kofo Bokno and Femi Pedro. He had two deputies that he couldn't work with them. So it's always been there. What is important? I'm not always distracted by all of that. What is important? How does their issues translate into good governance for the people of Edo State? And for me, that is what is important. Their personal beef, their personal issue is not what we should be wasting time about. How do an Edo person get better? How will the governor Obaseki create job and make that state running? And enough of all these distractions of having issue with your deputy and all of that. They will sort themselves out. They are politicians. Don't forget, Michael. They are politicians. Tomorrow, we see those two people hugging themselves.
We have it on the front page of. Yeah. I'm not going far. Look at these two guys. Obaseki, Oshomole. You remember
these are guys that hardly see eyeball to eyeball.
It was a serious case.
Serious case and all of that. They said a lot of things about each other today. So I mean that is it. You don't waste your time and be looking at their they are fighting. It's a waste of time. Let them get to work. That is what we are interested in.
That's the most important thing.
Yes.
I really appreciate you for coming.
Thank you,
Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. Let's get you here. Let's have you.
Good morning to you, Mr. Michael.
Good morning, David. How you doing?
It's a wonderful Tuesday morning and a blessed Tuesday morning to every Nigerians. As a Nigerian, I'm hoping and I'm actually anticipating for the best.
Why are you sounding cool this morning? You're sounding cool, so cool. What happened?
I sound cool because there's so much energy for me to start ranting.
You don't want to exhaust it. But I want to congratulate you. Congratulations.
About
50 million jobs in 3 years. Ashwaju Bola Tinubu as promised.
I don't understand. You congratulated me because my name is on the list of people that will get a job, or you're just anticipating that I'll get a slot. When you said congratulations, I thought you wanted to say, David, after this show, follow me to my house. We have palliative for you. I was happy. You are congratulating of job. Something I know federal government is trying to twist my head. You yourself know, say, federal government doesn't whine everybody.
So now they play.
Now they play mode with them now. 50 million job. Federal government does they play. Now play they play. 50, you know what they call 50 million? You know to buy.
Is it not achievable?
What now? It is very, very achievable. But what are the modalities? What are the mechanisms you want to achieve it? It's fine. You can come out and tell, I want to create 12 billion jobs. Everybody can easily say that. But which formula I want to achieve them? Which modalities? One thing you should understand is that no investor would invest his money in a dwindling economy. That there's no constant power supply. Nobody. Where there is insecurity. If truly Tinubu wants this thing to be achievable, let there be constant power supply. Let insecurity be tackled. Invest. See, Oyibo man not be mumu. Oyibo man want to come and invest. So these are the basic things government need to put in place first before even coming out to say I want to create job. I want to create job. I want to create job. Which people want government? See, government anywhere in the world, government don't create job. Don't let anybody bobo me. Government don't create job. Government all over the world, government don't create job. Government has no business creating job. What government does is to investors. So these investors will in turn create jobs.
It creates an enabling environment for business to thrive.
To thrive. So small scale business can thrive. People can come in, invest, and then people can be employed. From 1999 to date, how many companies are back up? Even for the fact that Dangote was being given waiver, you think Dangote would have sustained? Even for the fact that Dangote is using Nigerian money to run his business, you think Dangote would have survived? When the border was shut down, closed, Buhari gave Dangote waiver for him to take goods outside and then bring in goods. Enough for Dangote. How many small scale business? How many do you know that? How many small scale business shut down that time? So you think Dangote don't have stake in Nigeria economy? Yes. That is why Dangote business has been thriving. Even big top church business moguls are crying out. But have you ever seen Dangote crying out for us? No. Why? Because it is monopoly. Yesterday, Dangote cement is being sold in Cotonou for 3,000 naira. I think 2.5 or so. But the same Dangote, where the cement is being manufactured, produced, sells above 5,000 naira because of what? Monopoly. I want country to thrive. And the most investors come and invest. Boom! Even if an investors come, they want to compete with Dangote. Government of the day will use policy and kill that government and kill that investors. That investors would in return leave the country just for one man to be exploiting on. But you think government does not know this? Only Dangote, sugar. I mean, do you know another sugar company in this country? Only Dangote sugar. Only Dangote salt. Only Dangote cement. Only Dangote pasta. Only Dangote this. I barely see another product or product of other companies. Dangote alone has monopolized the economy. And he said want to create job. 50 million youth. How you don't want to when people intend to come in and then invest, government will use policy and then kill them and give license to Dangote alone. It's obvious. Because Dangote is part of the people milking this country too. It's not happening also. This Dangote, people think Dangote is helping us. Dangote is killing us. Most of the product he sells, Nigerians buy it, pay on a very high side compared to our neighboring countries. Just because of what? Monopoly.
I think the government needs to checkmate all.
The government not checkmating anything. Government and Dangote work hand in hand.
Even David my former governor of now Minister for Works, also talked about the amounts in which cement is sold in Nigeria. And he has said he will look into it.
He should look into what? Once they give him money now, he go shut up his mouth. Well, you know, in this country, when Buhari gave Dangote waiver, only Dangote could what? Import raw materials into the country. No any other person. Person one create job. Tinubu, I know that this job of a team, he ain't just the one himself. Tinubu does the one himself. He dey play with himself. This 50 million is not achievable.
In 3 years.
Even if in 100 years, it's not achievable. In 100 years. It's not 3 years is just a short span. I say I want to give them long-term plan.
Quite all right, the expectations, it's very high now.
For what?
High expectations.
For what?
Now Nigerians
I don't have
high expectations, and it's a tough time for the country.
I don't have high expectations.
What advice would you give to the ministers?
I don't have any high expectations because if you have high expectations, that is when politicians tend to fail, you won't be happy. I know these guys would always underperform. The only minister I think that can still work is Wike. You don't see say they don't bring down big house.
Ground running.
every other minister. Look at what
What of Mike?
Mike can still try, but look at what Minister of Finance said. He said Nigeria inherited a bad a debt, a debt. He don't know before. These are things I don't like listening to. Before his boss as him office, so people knows that Nigeria debt is on the very high side. Stop coming to tell us again. I don't like listening to that.
That was why you were appointed, Abi.
Even Tinubu, that is why he's on board.
To fix the problem.
To fix the problem. Stop giving us excuse. It is so weird. It is silly.
I understand.
It is silly. You know this, why we're campaigning. When you tour every state in Nigeria, you tour every nooks and corners of this country, even me that I'm not in system, I know that Nigeria debt is high. Stop telling us again. What are the modalities, measures that need to be put in place for these debts to be paid? Then do it. That is why you are there. Because you sworn an oath, you said you can do it. And we voted for you. Don't come and tell us, say, excuse. I don't want to listen to excuse again.
We don't want lamentations.
Hit the ground running.
No complaints.
No complaint. If you know you were not capable, you should have opted, allowed Atiku or Obi go there and then back out from the race. Are you there just for ceremonial sake? Are you there just for running, just for eating? Look at Ahmed Tinubu. How many months as the president? People are saying, calm down, you go better. Mr. Mike, which year you go better? People are saying, calm down, you go better. Which year you go better? Which year you go better? 6 months along the line, Tinubu remove subsidy. Some people say, we should not worry. Refinery now, they say by July you go work. Now, December will come now and say next year. For how long can we continue in this kind of deceit and then lies? Last year, before Buhari said go, Buhari said we fix them. 8 years, no one can even define. No one can even produce a drug, and still billions have been spent every month to maintain that refinery. So people keep saying, calm down. It is also obvious. Mr. Mike, Tinubu has failed Nigerians. There is no truth about that. Tinubu has failed Nigerians. Yesterday, a government agency have been recruiting government agency. A DG recruited 15 of the family members. 15 of the family members. Before you get a job in Nigeria, you need to have 3 million, 2 million before to get federal government job. In a country that me and you have rights, we've been relegated to second-class citizens. Before you get federal government job, you must have up to 2 million. 2 million naira. Yesterday, House of Reps committee unraveled that. For how long can we continue this way? And people saying, wait, you go better. When you go better?
All right, David, thank you so much. You've spoken so well. You've spoken so well, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Taiwo. Abdulade. Good morning, Muki Great. Dennis. Stop and chop. When they stop, we go chop there. I greet you. I met you, Wachuku. Good morning.
All right, before we go, we just need to quickly talk about the stories here. We have our viewers reacting to what the president is doing presently. He has warned the ministers, told them to perform or they get fired. He has also targeted 50 million jobs. That's what he said, 50 million jobs provided. Well, and I want you to react to this. Charles, your reaction?
Good morning. Once again, good morning. Thanks, Mr. Michael, for having me. God bless you. Tinubu have said that any minister that refuses to work, or as in the work he has assigned to based on portfolio, if you cannot work well, you'll be fired. Sometimes, the first and foremost, what you need to ask yourself, what are the factors that brought in most of these ministers? When you look at most of the factors that brought in most of these ministers, the factors were not conducive enough. Are you getting me? Why do I say conducive in nature? There's a lot of irregularities. Appointment malfunctions by most of these ministers. Now, but I'm very, very much happy that the president have just come out to say that if you did not work well, you will be fired. I am not disputing the fact that Mr. President he's among the people that appointed them into that particular post before they were screened. Am I right? So he has every right to say whatever he wants to say. But what I am trying to ask again is this. Before you appointed them, you should have known that these are the capable hands you have that will be able to work with you and fix most of the problems you're having in your ministries, in different parts of ministries in Nigeria. So, President, you should have known that these are the best hands. Even before coming into power, you would have known that even assuming now you are going for election next year, you would have known that by now, these are the level of individuals that you should have appointed as a ministers or as a commissioner based on depending on either a governor or a president. So by now, Tinubu should have known that these are the best hands he has. But coming out to tell us that they are going to be fired, well, we stand a chance. We are looking onto him as the number one citizen of this country to see if only he will be able to honor his word. Knowing fully well that a lot of them cannot function well. Are you getting me? Out of the 36 ministers that have been appointed, based on what I may call the catchment areas, or based on federal characters, not everybody will work in accordance to what you have demanded, or whatever is your golden aspiration as the president of this country. But what we are praying and what we are asking, can you be able to summon the courage? Can you be able to summon the nerves and the infantry to send them out if they do not work well in accordance to what you have put them in to work for, as based on what you have put them in to work for? So we stand a chance, and I said it again, you should have known that these are the best hands you have. Putting them in power should have tell you that these are the best hands that you have that could be able to work with you as a caucus.
Now, nice one from you. Now, on to the next one. Edo State crisis. Gubernatorial crisis.
Mr. Michael, and you see, when you look at what is happening now, Edo State, to me, is one of the backbone, one of the most important states we have in this country. And I respect them a lot. You know why? Because when you look at the great men that comes out, a lot of great men that comes out that flows in from that particular state comes from Edo. We have people like that Obaseki you're talking about, Adam Oshomole. Now, the deputy governor, I think that the Shuaibu, the deputy governor, is a boy to the former Labour minister. What's his name? Adam Oshomole. Adam Oshomole wants to reinstate. He wants to bring in Shuaibu as the governor of Edo State. Meanwhile, the governor being Obaseki has somebody he has in mind. So there's going to be what I may call power tussle between the both parties. Adam Oshomole has someone he wants to bring in. The governor himself has someone he wants to reinstate in power. It's something exactly what is going on in Kanu. Between Ganduji and the same governor that is still there. You see, now it stands a test of time to know what is going to happen there in Edo. But I know that what is duly meant for other regions should be given to them. Because when you go to Edo, I am not from Edo, but I love that state so much. Do you know why? Because I have said it, they are one of the most states I love so much. We have a lot of regions in Edo State that have been marginalized in terms of being a governor. It's not like in my state, Imo State. In my region, there's a lot of places we have never been a governor in my state. Even the little one that we have been, what's his name? The one that Hopus Odema collected from him. He became the governor just for a few months. He had at the end of they collected it from. Edo people should do the right thing. There's a lot of people that have not even become the governor in Edo State, whom they are which in place they are supposed to be in place as a governor. One person cannot continue to be ruling in Edo State. One region cannot continue to be ruling in Edo State. So why not give other people a chance? Why not give other people a chance to rule too?
This brings me back to the question I wanted to ask you, talking about Imo State. Do you see APC coming back to power in that state, considering the fact that there were controversies, or there are still controversies surrounding the victory of Uzodinma in the previous election?
Let me thanks, Michael. This is almost something that is happening in Edo, Kanu, and Imo State. The factors that brought in Hope Uzodinma was not conducive enough. Are you getting me? Everybody knows that the factors that brought in Hope Uzodinma was not favorable enough. Are you getting me? But I am not seeing APC coming back. I am not saying that APC should come back, because a lot of things have happened in my state. You cannot go to, I'm from Imo State, to be precise. I won't be saying, you cannot go to my state now and feel relaxed. Are you getting me? Imo State,
I think there have been unrest in that state.
A lot of unrest. A lot of unrest.
The governor of that state.
A lot of public unrest, my brother. You cannot trade honorably in a place like Olu, Mbise, Obo. I was asking myself this morning, when are we going to have the governor like the former governor we have in 80s, Sam Mbakwe? This man remained the best governor we have, that brought in a lot of infrastructural facilities to Imo State, even in Abia State. But what are we seeing now? We are seeing a situation whereby there's always a bad governance. I am not seeing Hope Uzodinma returning, except if there's what I may call the forces, because they are in power now. Are you getting me? Except the forces might even work for him. But I am not seeing the masses supporting Hope Uzodinma coming back to that power, because a lot of Nigerians have lost their lives in Imo State. Even you are now, you are a Yoruba guy, you cannot be happy to go to Imo State and feel relaxed anymore. Are you getting me? And this is one of the most beautiful states. Even people, when you go to Imo State, people from Port Harcourt flew in from Port Harcourt just to celebrate their weekend every Friday, because it's not too far from there. You relax and you go back. But you cannot do that anymore because of the governor have helped in terms of destroying Imo State. Are you getting me? I am not talking about party here. We should be talking about, is it sometimes party, when you are talking about APC or PDP or Labour, you talk about the individual himself. A party, a factor that might brought you in as a governor, APC or Labour or any other thing. But what happens to you individually is the heart you have to govern your people. You see, that's one thing I observe with most of these political parties. I know that every political party has what I may call its agenda and factors that they normally follow. When you look at APC, I don't know the kind of agenda they are following, because when you look at how can someone who is not even conducive in terms of ruling his people, yes, somebody was saying that Hope Uzodinma, yes, he doesn't talk, but he's one of the most dangerous governors we have so far. Very dangerous. Forget about Wike.
Did he make any mark in Imo State?
That's my brother. When you go to Imo State,
any tangible things?
The only thing you will see in Imo State was the vast glory we have experienced before. There was no any meaningful infrastructural facilities in Imo State. So name it. What has been on ground in Imo State? Nothing. A lot of the factors that brought in these people cannot even allow them to work favorably at the advance of the people. So sometimes you look at them, what they are doing is nothing but to enrich. When an irregularity in terms of electoral factor brought you in, what you should be doing is just to enrich your private and your personal accounts. So most of these people, they have succeeded in destroying Nigeria. There's no job in Imo State. My brother, there's no single job. Are you getting me? There's no single job in Imo State. There's nowhere you can go in Imo State and you find yourself that you are very, very much alive in terms of, okay, Imo State can boast of one of the, if I'm not mistaken, one of the best technology universities in Nigeria that produces almost one of the best technology students in Nigeria. But what are we saying? We are seeing a situation whereby people are not even regarded because of the selfish interests of our personal world, of our politicians. What they are after is just how to enrich their personal account. You cannot go to Imo State now and feel comfortable. What is there in Imo State? That's nothing. I am from Imo State. Are you getting me? There's nothing. You cannot boast of anything in Imo State. Nothing, my brother.
No, we witnessed serious backing from the former president's Muhammadu Buhari's led administration. When it comes to supporting Hope Uzodinma, are we likely to see it, happen in this administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Thank you very much, Mr. Market. That is why I said party can work for anybody. They are in power, but sometimes don't even dispute the fact that people can also work for themselves. I was down at the eastern part of Nigeria when the election was conducted. I saw with my eye being the ruling governor, Okezie Ikpeazu, the former governor of Abia State. He was overthrown by Labour Party in the name of Alex Chioma Oti. Now, let him not even feel relaxed that somebody is there working for him. Bola Tinubu is the president of this country. But do you think he's not a human being? He's a human being like you and I. But do you know that he can even decide that this man was not even working in accordance to whatever his demand or whatever he's acting or whatever he's expected from him? Any party can take it. As long as you stand your ground, you can take anything from anybody. Are you getting me? See, the truth of the matter is that these politicians, you and I, they don't have much thoughts, much ideas on how to put things in place. They don't even reason you and I. They don't even have concerns towards what you and I should be doing in Nigeria. What they are after is not their selfish interest. Thank you very much.
So much, Charles. That was a brilliant one from you. Viewers, we really appreciate you for coming on. Okay, all right. No, you want to say something? Wait till go where you hold but that time. You won't break my head.
Then these people, they just talk with the for dictionary. You know that.
Waiting the for dictionary.
I tell them say Jagaban I be the best for that seat. Now if you do well, they tell me say na Peter Obi. Wait till cause I'm Peter Obi. Now Jagaban I sure pass now.
Yeah.
You know that stand.
Wow.
Hello, Jagaban are you?
With the complaints of people now,
with the complaint, I believe say the man they try analyze some things and work out many things. Later they go see enjoy. People just be patient, Nigeria. Go see enjoy Baba. Baba na good man. Baba na man we don't take care of Lagos well. Everybody know. As for me now, the comedian, Papa of Lagos, Shamo. Say na understand. The suffer no easy. But I know say Baba get wetin they do, get good plan for us. So Moku calm down for her. Everything go be. Say you understand. Baba to hello, Jagaba.
Okay.
Hello.
Entertain our viewers. So I comedian. Just display something.
Yes, crack a joke. Me I be comedian, bro. Say you understand. As Baba dey like that, you know understand. I want make Baba laugh like this. So say you yeah. Baba na Papa dey follow you talk. Oh, when you see my teeth, the bank account. Allah, Baba, me sorry, Jagaba. But it's okay. Allah,
all right, thank you so much. Nii, you are here. All right, before we go, shortly, Nii, you will see the reaction of someone as regards Jagaban. I know you would want to react to it as well. 50 million jobs, is it achievable? That's what we're asking ourselves. 50 million jobs, is it achievable? Some condemned Buhari's administration. Buhari promised 3 million jobs each year, and at the end of the day, nothing. The promise to build 4 refineries, at the end of the day, nothing. The promised to flush out Boko Haram in 6 months. At the end of the day, nothing. So many things and so on and so forth. This is Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Just of recent, ministers were nominated, they were appointed, given portfolios, and we expect them to hit the ground running, which the likes of Wike, Umahi now have started. Ni, the floor is open. What do you have to say?
Good morning for having me, Mr. Mike. I think, when you campaign in poetry, and when it's time for governance, you govern in prose. And when you mean prose, that means it's time for you to say it the way it is. I think this new president coming out to say that what they met is a mess, I think it's not out of place. I mean, bringing things to everybody's awareness is what we should always demand for. All right, now is not the time to pamper anybody. Ordinarily, if it was a PDP or Labour Party that was on board, they would have said the same thing, right? Yes, APC won the election, right? And they are now in power. The philosophy of this current president is very different from the previous, previous guy. They don't share the same philosophy, but especially when it comes to leadership.
Despite the fact that it's the same party.
Yeah, you have twins, you have twins. You have Taiwan and Kennedy, but they don't. Most times they don't have the same philosophy, and that's life. It happens in families as well. In families, some people, like the last born might be successful, while the first born might be very poor. That's life, right? So we need to come to terms with that. Now this state, this nation needs to move forward. And for us to move forward, we need all the steps articulated. What is the present condition? How fractured? What is the level of injury we are currently sustaining? It's the truth. If your wife wants to give birth, the doctor will tell you two things. He will tell you your wife has the capacity to go by natural birth or through operation. All right? Most times, the husband might be like, no. I would rather go for natural birth. I don't have money for CS. But it gets to a point, maybe the woman is now in between, right? She's not very tired and you might eventually opt for CS. In a nutshell, what am I trying to say? The doctor will what? Tell you ahead of time. Okay? So the president would not colorize our situation. We just have to hope. We just have to believe. Okay? If you wanted someone that can bring out a doe from his heart, then maybe you would have gone for other person other than Tinubu. But none of the other contestants could have done magic overnight. I listened to some commentators here. I think especially David. David said investors cannot come in this and that. But what David failed to know is he doesn't understand economics. Okay? One of the foundations is your exchange rate. Okay? That arbitrage, what black marketers and speculators are leveraging on, you need to break it. That's no problem. To something that is manageable. Then on subsidy, the PIA is an act that has come to stand. You see, the problem is so many people, so many players, okay, who are expected to import fuel, all right, are not doing it. Look at the other policy again, which is the decentralization of electricity. That's the electrical bill, right? The new power minister said he wants to work with that act. That simply means that you, Michael, if you have 2 billion, 3 billion, you can set up a 1 megawatt power station and supply power to 300, 400 houses. Or you could pick an estate. All right, if you have an estate that has about 300 houses, you decide to erect a power station for that house. they have their house. You connect to the grid definitely. You understand? So those things don't happen overnight. What are the kind of investors we should start looking for? We should start looking for people that will invest in our electricity sector. The Indians, okay? The Americans. In fact, you can even go to the South Africans, okay? And these are the things the federal government will definitely work for. Nobody is saying there's no pain. Nobody is saying that we are not feeling the hard time, okay? But if anybody wants any immediate solution, then what they are telling you in disguise is ordinarily the subsidy shouldn't have been removed. The foreign exchange arbitrage, this thing, shouldn't have been dealt with. Okay, that means we should keep backing our currency, knowing that we don't have the foreign reserve to do that. Okay, so I'm only here to say the truth. Now we have a president that understands how an economy is being run. Buhari was a mistake all of us made. Because I remember 2015, most people voted for him overwhelmingly. I used to say it here, I've said it before, I used to say it, I didn't vote for Buhari. But people voted for Buhari overwhelmingly. Because everybody was shouting, say Baba, say Baba. You know, but it disappointed everybody. All right? And we all agree that whoever comes after Buhari will perform better. And I believe that Asiwaju will perform better than him.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Grandma, before I go, I think someone is calling
All right.
MC Grandma. Yeah.
Yes, my brother, this is MC Grandma. You know what, my brother, you know what I keep telling people? We don't have two MC Grandma. Everywhere I go.
Just one.
Yes, only one MC Grandma. Do you know one thing? I don't know how God did it. When I drop anything, people are always looking for me. That's the truth. But you know, I just give the glory to God.
What are you dropping this time around?
And so this time
bombshell?
around, I'm just going to drop a lot of bombshells because if you watch what is happening in this country, we are not happy in this country. That's the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. There's nobody that's happy in this country. So that's why I keep telling people that we are all looking for way forward in this country. Everybody's looking for way forward. There is nobody that is looking for the other means or whatever. You understand? Everybody is looking for way forward. And that is why I want to use opportunity. Everybody already knows me. My name is MC Grandma. So I need no introduction. Let me not introduce myself to them. But I will give you the chance for you to ask me the question you want to ask me.
Okay.
Because this morning, I'm about to explode.
Explode.
Yes, exactly.
All right, the president has given marching order to the ministers to perform well.
Good.
Nigerians are expecting much from these ministers.
Okay.
And we believe by God's grace, we should be able to live up to expectations. Also, the president has promised 50 million jobs in 3 years, which I think it will go a long way in reducing unemployment in Nigeria.
Okay, I want to say this. Will you allow me to say my view?
Okay.
Good. I keep saying it. President Tinubu has nothing to offer this country. Let me tell you the truth. This is how you get to know. You as a president, listen, you are telling your ministers to live up to expectations, but you are the cause of everything that we are falling today. You increase fuel price. How do you expect your ministers to work? They can't work.
He removed subsidy. He didn't increase fuel
Oh,
price.
listen, it's not. Listen, okay. Subsidy, anything you call it.
He is the cause.
He is the cause.
Oh.
Because, let me tell you, other presidents have come. The Buhari were expected to remove subsidy, did not remove it. So how come you are the one removing subsidy? The Buhari that have ardent hearts couldn't remove subsidy.
And don't you think it's a strong
Then how
man?
come everybody thought that you are coming to do something, trying to tell us you are removing subsidy? Now, you are the cause of the problem that Nigerians are having today. You started the problem we are facing today, and you are telling your ministers to work. I mean, how would they work? If I'm such minister, how will I work? You have spoiled something.
It's a normal thing to charge the ministers.
Oh, charge how? Okay.
Charge them to
How do you
work.
want them
It's
to
like
work?
urging them to work.
Okay, let me ask you as a minister. Let me say, for instance, if you're a minister, if they charge you, how do you expect to work? When the prices of things are goods and services are high, how do you expect to work? You can't work. That's the truth. The only way you can work is if the prices of things, goods and services comes down. Then while you're working, we are seeing your work. But now you cannot work. Even when you're working, people will not see it. Now Tinubu says, okay, he's charging out his ministers. I want everybody to work. I want all of you all to work. I want you all to put Nigeria back to the level where Nigeria used to be. They are ashamed. Look at China. 1980, Nigeria was more than China. Today we are going to China to borrow money. It's a shame on Tinubu, a shame on Nigeria. How we going to borrow money from China? The people that they are not up to our standard 1980. I'm telling you, 1980, China, we are below us. But today, they are ahead of us, and we are going to borrow money from them. Let me tell you, this money they are borrowing is corruption. I look at it as corruption because any money borrowed is embezzled. You understand it? And they know, listen, you know why they keep borrowing? Because this country that is borrowing there, they are mad. Because how can you be borrowing a country that is owing you money, they are not paying, and you keep on borrowing? That's why I tell you, European Union, they are artists. Because if they are not getting anything from Nigeria, I don't think they will love Nigeria more than anything. Because there's something they achieve in Nigeria. There's something they achieve, they derive in Nigeria. That is why European Union keep on taking Nigeria as a pally. Keep on taking Nigeria as Nigeria as a pally. So what I'm trying to say is that if you look at what is happening all over the whole world, you will understand with me that the world understands something. And what you understand is, look, there's no country that doesn't want the president to put food on their table or to work for them. If I ask you a question, how do other countries get it? How do European countries get it? Because of good leader. It's not spirit that is leading them. Nigeria, stop giving excuses. It's not spirit that is leading them in Europe. It is the same human being. How are they getting it and we are not getting it? It is because over here we believe in corruption. And let me tell you, all our leaders, I swear today, all of you will not die better. You know why? Because if you say you don't want to fix this country, if you say you don't want to see the poor masses enjoy the world, then you yourself will not enjoy. That's the truth. So all these corrupt leaders, they are leading us to bad level that all of us were just complaining every day. I swear to God Almighty, they will not die better. Do you know the reason? Because when you put some people, when you put somebody at the tight corner, do you understand me? When you put somebody at the tight corner, you know what will happen? The person will be crying and crying. But with these few points, listen, Nigerians, I want to say this, Nigerians in diaspora, I hope all of you are watching me. All of you already know that MC Grammar says nothing but the point, and I say nothing but the fact. And that is why MC Grammar is the most sought guy. Everybody's looking for MC Grammar. Listen to me. I said something about Buhari last year that went viral. It was trending. And let me tell you the truth, I am not somebody who looks at face before I say things. I will always look at things on ground, and I will say it. And that's why I keep saying it. Please, I want to say this. I just want to say this lastly to you. Nigerians in diaspora, please, sorry, let me just use this platform to say this, please. In case you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on this number, 090-5783-4787. I repeat,
right.
090. Thank you very much.
Hello.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right, on this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. I remain Michael Adekule. Behind the camera, David Daniel. Not forgetting my two great men there. Love you all. Viewers, our sister channel is there, Flip TV Plus. Do us a favor by subscribing on the channel, Flip TV Plus. You can watch Bystanders on Flip TV. Thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate you. My brother here too, I appreciate you. Viewers, tomorrow is another day. Our social media handles are right on the screen. You can also join me on all platforms at Michael Timtayo Adekunle. On TikTok, Mike Flip TV. Mike Flip TV. Thank you so much. Bye for now. We love you.